Hi, everyone. Victoria Neff here with the EdTech Center, and I'm just going to quickly orient you all to this newly released Transforming Distance Education course. We just launched this last week, and you know, just hearing Natalie and Amber talk about all these different approaches and strategies they use for their professional development and creating this really active community of practice. Just, I think, really connects to some of the related work that we're doing under this initiative, and it is connected to our course. So a bit of overview. From July to September, we partnered with the U.S. Department of Education's OCTE, the Office of Career, Technical, and Adult Education, to expand on and enhance our distance education professional development work. And that kind of involved three interconnected activities, initiatives, if you will. A rapid response technical working group that really looked to convene research and better understand these challenges and learnings that we were seeing in our work. A listserv, the Equity and Digital Learning listserv, and this Transforming Distance Education course. I'm going to briefly talk about the listserv and the research. Amber and Natalie did present on one of the pieces of research that we integrated to our efforts to triangulate and kind of generalize findings that we were seeing. So some of that may look familiar. But first, the listserv for sharing innovation. So this was really an important piece of our work with this course, to really provide an ongoing, open, and collaborative space for different educators, leaders, diverse stakeholders from across the education and workforce development fields to come together and share what they were learning, what they were seeing, what wasn't working, what was working, you know, just questions that they had, and kind of create an open space for dialogue, discussion, and sharing of resources. So I did, Ebony is going to chat that link, and I actually did want to just show you really quickly what the listserv looks like. So once you join, and you'll be prompted to, I think I have an incognito window here, or maybe I don't, but when you click on that link, you just scroll a little bit down and you'll see below the description the option to join the group, and you'll just click on that option, and then once you have joined the group successfully, you'll see all of these different kind of features and options for engaging with that listserv. Learn more about the different members, the different kind of topics and discussion items that have already, in discussion that has already taken place. So I'm just going to go back to the presentation here. Another piece of this work that really informed our course development and design was this rapid response technical working group. So basically, Jen Vanek was involved with early research with AIR and others to really understand early on the challenges and the learnings and the innovations that were happening as the pandemic hit, and what others were doing. And after that, we really saw a need. We saw that there was other organizations leading their own research efforts, and we saw a need to really triangulate these related research efforts to understand what each of our organizations were seeing and what those shared themes looked like. So at the same time, we were also approached by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to lead a landscape analysis of adult education and really exploring where their opportunities might exist for the future, for the field, and So that was connected to this early research work that we did, and the technical working group. And really the result was a brief that captures the shared high-level findings unearthed during a series of synthesis meetings and kind of debriefs with each of the organizations and related activities. And you can find all of that on this site. So I'm just going to show you very quickly where it is in the interest of time. And Ebony will chat this link if she hasn't already. And so on this website, you can access the brief. You just click on this in this graphic. Oh, I don't know why it failed to load for a second, but there it is. And there's so many great learnings in here. And so, if you don't have time to read through the whole document, at the bottom here is a slide deck with the high-level findings. And so I highly recommend checking that out. That's also on here as a PDF, and you can learn more about those high-level findings. Going back to this page, I also want to point out that we have featured all of the other contributors in this research and those involved in the technical working group. And so you can click on the plus sign to kind of expand each of the sections and learn more about the research that they led, and also access the research in some cases. So this is one of the reports that, I don't know why it's failing to load at first, but there it is. You shouldn't have any trouble accessing it. So this is one of the reports that Amber and Natalie mentioned. So I'm just gonna go back to the presentation here. Again, these high-level findings are on that slide deck and also in the report, so definitely check that out. And now I want to move to the course. So again, all three activities kind of buoyed each other, and the research that we did and the technical working group that we convened really helped us understand what the needs were for adult educators and practitioners that were rapidly moving to scale or deliver for the first time distance and blended learning programs. So what we developed is a course that covers 4 professional learning modules on kind of key areas of distance and blended learning. The first being getting started with distance education and blended learning, second on outreach, screening, and orientation, the third on effective distance and blended learning instruction, and the fourth on assessment. In the interest of time, I'm just going to talk through some of our key design considerations, and then I will go into our website and do a quick course preview with you all. So kind of the key design considerations for us were making this course relevant, making sure that the content that we covered and the things that were featured in the course, the resources, were relevant and timely for the field. Accessible, that was a huge thing. We didn't want to have the course be behind any sort of login barrier. We wanted to make it very easy for people to access. Flexible, we wanted to make it easy for learners to navigate the course, for anyone to go in and take a 15-20 minute micro lesson on how to run a good orientation and what does orientation include, and here are some resources to get you started. So making it very flexible in that sense, and portable. We wanted to, and this kind of goes with the accessibility piece, but we wanted to make sure that the course could be, that other providers, education providers, could take the course and use it in their own professional development efforts, and embed it in a way that makes sense and is connected to their work. So I'm going to go through these examples as I walk through the course with you. Again, just a note here that that the course is licensed under Creative Commons, and because of that, we are able to share the source files with any programs that are interested in using them in their work, or adding them on a learning management system. And I'll point out how to initiate that process if you're interested in doing so. And the other way that you can share this is by just copying and pasting the links and using the badges that are integrated, the digital badges that are integrated into the course to track completion. So now I'm going to go through and point out some key things on the website. Actually, you can access the course if you go to edtech.worlded.org at the homepage. I'll just model it here. You can access the course on two places. Professional Learning and Resources, which also has our Tips for Distance Learning website. The course is right there. It's the third item down, Transforming Distance Education. You'll click on that. The thing that I want to point out is this top nav with the resources and support, the FAQ information about the badges right here, and then the FAQ, the frequently asked questions. In the resources and support is just some information, connected information and resources, as well as how to access tech support. In the FAQ, I'm going to point out some important pieces here, is how information on how to use the course in your program's own professional development initiatives. So that is basically sending an email to tech support, to our team at tech support, and we will get you set up to use the content. And again, going back to the homepage, you can always just share this master link to the course, or if there's a specific topic that you want to share with your team or with anyone, you can do that by just clicking on the topic that you're interested in sharing and copy pasting that link into whatever, into a Google Doc, into a learning management system, into wherever home base you're using to share professional development resources. So going back to the main site, I want to point out one thing before I go into one of the topics, and then I'm going to pause for questions, and we're going to move to our breakout discussion. So you can see here that the course is organized in this kind of micro-learning approach where you can explore each of the topics within the module. You can see what the module covers in this text below. You'll also notice that there's information on the badge that you can earn once you complete all the topics within a module, or once you complete a topic. So that is all there. If you complete all of the topics, you then can earn this Pinnacle badge, which is the Transforming Distance Education Innovator badge. And if you go to the badges info at the top here, you can actually access our Credly page and find out more information, including the skills that are associated with each of the badges on that main page. In the interest of time, I'm just going to go to one thing that I think was really connected to what Amber and Natalie presented on, organizing learning resources and making sure that where you're putting resources is accessible and easy for people to find. So this topic covers that. It goes through some really interesting examples and strategies for that. I highly recommend checking out this topic. On that, you can see, for example, using a digital home base, having everything in one place. We also, as you go through this, we've also embedded examples and resources for how to set up, for how to implement these examples if you're interested. The last thing that I want to point out here, there are actually two things, is that we have this reflection notes document, which is at the start of each topic, and it's the same reflection notes for the entire course for all of the topics, so you only need to download it once. And it's a tool that we created for you to use to just help you, keep track of what you're learning and any questions you have and things that you're reflecting on. The last thing that I want to point out is that there is an assessment for each topic, and there's usually a handful of questions. You'll need to score 100% to receive a badge, and then you'll be prompted to complete a Google form, and the Google form is essential for you to complete in order to trigger badge issuance. So in order for you to get your digital badge, you need to complete that form because it provides key contact information on where to send the form and where to send the badge and who the badge is getting issued to.